Yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They begin with a carry for Powell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Wells. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Off the play fake. Wells. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Wells. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 30 yards there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
3-19.
From the gun, Wells almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wells. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll look to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off play action. Wells. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A big play there. 47 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jenkins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Finding room inside the 40. Still going. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are in for 6.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie.
And now it's blocked. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down. Wells going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Wells. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check.
Operating from the gun. Wells. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
From the gun, Wells, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Here's a give to Mixon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing on 1st down. Wells. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wells looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simon. They give him a gain of 37.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Wells. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I'm I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Wells. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On play action, they'll throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. A handoff to Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make. Their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go. 319. 319.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Looking to throw on second down. Wells. And to the tight end here, Slapahoedown Jenkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Wells. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Wells. Over the middle, complete. That's Simon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Wells. Slapahoedown Jenkins has it. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Wells is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get two guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
Now back to throw. And that'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Over.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
To throw on second down. Wells into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's second down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his second incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw on second down. Wells. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. They run with Powell. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He's going to be met at about the 43. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Over!
Throwing on first down. Wells. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Wells dumps off to Powell. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Off-play action. Wells. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there for this sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Joe Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on 1st down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bengals, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the